What's going on, guys? It's Lost in Place, and I am ready to get cracking with the commentary here. I don't do too many of these, but I am going to be a man on a mission. I am wanting to bare my soul and share with you guys all the embarrassing and dirty stories of my younger years in Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Ocean City, Maryland, in my beach-going days. Now, keep in mind, I am an older dude. I'm about 35, but don't tune away. I have lived the life, let's say. And I've gotten my fair share of punani, and but more to the purpose of what these videos are about. It's about my failures, and I've got so many damn failures. It's a shame, it really is. I got to look back and laugh, but I was always a magnet for things to go wrong when I mixed alcohol with women. It just was the story of my life. It still is the story of my life. That's why I don't really drink like I used to. So, anyway, let's get to a good story to start off this series with. And we're going to flash back to 2003. I was living in Cocoa Beach, Florida. I was 23 years old, 24 years old, something like that. And at the time, I waited at a restaurant. I was a waiter at a restaurant, yeah. But it was a fine dining kind of deal. I made really good money, actually. But I worked late nights, and I was really good friends with all the guys. And what do we do after work when we have a pocket full of cash? You go to the friggin' titty bar. I mean, that's what Cocoa Beach in Florida is. It's a 8-mile long island, 1 mile wide, and it has about 15 frickin' strip clubs in it. So that's what we did. You know, any girl you meet in Cocoa Beach, chances were 50% that they worked in a strip club. Now, for some reason, my whole life, I've had trouble talking to nice girls and being lucky with them. I don't like nice girls. Nice girls don't like me. I am more partial to the skeezy, slutty kind of girls. And for some reason, I don't know how or why, but I have a PhD in picking up strippers. Strippers are just attracted to me for some reason. You know, I consider myself a decent-looking guy. I'm not like grade A, top of the line, but I'm definitely a B+, I would hope. But I just have a way of talking to strippers that kind of melts them, maybe? I still haven't to this day figured it out, but long story short, strippers love me. In fact, my ex-wife is a stripper, or was a stripper. Who knows what the hell she's doing now. Hopefully she's dead in a ditch somewhere, but that's besides the point. So on this particular evening, I had a rather good night at work, a ton of cash in the pocket, and me and all my boys, we decided to go down to the Inner Room Cabaret. Now, this place is definitely top of the line as far as strip clubs go for Cocoa Beach. I mean, they've got really hot girls and, well, yeah, and alcohol, so that's all I need, really. And loud music, of course. Alright, so we're there, and I proceed to start getting shit-faced. One of my favorite things about this place is they had fresh Florida oranges, and they squeezed them at the bar and made the best screwdrivers. For those of you who don't know, a screwdriver is orange juice and vodka, and you have not lived until you've had a fresh Florida orange squeezed screwdriver. So the night's going pretty wild. I'm drinking a ton of screwdrivers, and I'm getting my groove on. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling rather nice. So when I drink a lot and I'm around my buddies, what I like to do is just start throwing money around. And, of course, I go and buy rounds for everybody, and I'm buying everybody the lap dances. That's when I meet Raven. I'll never forget her name. How can you forget a beautiful name like Raven? Now, obviously, that's not her real name. We don't care what their real names are. This is a stripper name, and that's all I need to know. So me and Raven are hitting it off real well. She's even giving me a couple free lap dances. Now, we're getting towards the closing time. Last call for alcohol. And Raven whispers to me, "What are you doing later? Let's get out of here. Let's go somewhere." So, boom, I know it's on. I know it's about to happen. So, instead of getting in my car and driving away, being an idiot, as drunk as I was, she doesn't have a car. We decide the best thing to do is go to my buddy's house. He lives 2 blocks away, and we're just going to walk there. So, I'm sure, you know, he's a single dude. He lives by himself, a shitty-ass 1-bedroom apartment. And I figure, you know, I can grab a couch, something like that. So, we walk there. Go in, and unfortunately open the door. Boom, there's one of my other buddies passed out on the couch. I'm like, shit, okay, option 1 out the window. So then I duck into my buddy's room, and I see that he's passed out, buck-ass frickin' naked, face down. So that option number 2 is out the window as well. Now, again, it's super late, and we're just ready. We want to get this going, so I come up with the bright idea, let's use the bathroom. Now, what classy woman would allow me to desecrate her body in a dirty single man's bathroom? Well, let's just say Raven is a classy gal. Well, we go into the bathroom, and the first thing that we tried was the sink. you know, just plop her ass in the sink and kind of like face her and, you know, get it in that way. But unfortunately, the angles were just all wrong. The sink was too damn low, and it wasn't working. Needless to say, I could barely stand, let alone support her damn weight. Now, the next bright idea I have is the floor. You know, let's just jump down and do it the old school way. Well, linoleum tile, it's not working, man. This is extremely painful. It didn't last more than 30 seconds, and we're both kind of hurting. Then it hits us. Why not just sit on the toilet? Frickin' genius idea. So I plop down on the toilet, she jumps on top, and we're back at it. Things are going great. We're super comfortable, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now, after a few minutes, I start to feel the tank behind me. It's creaking a little bit, but I don't say anything because there's no way I want this to stop. So she keeps going at it. Now I'm starting to worry because she's really just slamming me into the tank, which now it has the full force of my body weight and hers, and it's basically pinned to a cheap apartment wall. In a moment that was likely only about 2 seconds, it felt like an eternity, though. The tank friggin' gave way. I feel shards of porcelain go right into my friggin' back. We slammed into the wall full force, and the whole toilet shatters into friggin' pieces. We fall on the bathroom floor, and shards are everywhere. Pipes are snapping. Cold water is shooting everywhere. And we're pretty much just blown away. I'm really just in awe of what the hell just happened. After the initial shock wore off, we just struggled to get to our feet and turn on the light switch and see what kind of damage we'd done. Well, by the time we found the lights, there's already a few inches of water, and it's like on the floor, it's seeping into the hallway. So we spend the next couple minutes, we're shoving towels under the door, block the water, make sure it's not going to flood the whole damn apartment. I finally got sense enough to find the valve. We shut off the water. But there we are, butt-ass naked, soaked in toilet water. I'm bleeding from my back from a frickin' inch-long gash. And this is my friend's apartment, not my place. It's partially flooded. So I soaked up the water that I could, and I woke up my buddy Rob just to tell him what happened. But he was completely blacked out, and he just kind of muttered like, "Yeah, cool, man," or something like that. And I don't even think he really realized what I had told him. So basically, just got the hell out of Dodge. So on to the next day. I wake up, and it's a beautiful day out. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna drink some Malibu Bay Breezes and sit by the pool. But my buddy Rob, he comes by to join in the fun, and out of nowhere, he pulls out a big-ass chunk of his friggin' toilet, just drops it on the living room floor. He's like, "Yeah, I went to go take a beer shit this morning, and I find my toilet in shards. Ended up having to walk down the street to use my neighbor's toilet, so thanks for that." And I ended up having to go to the hardware store that day and replace the toilet. So the moral of the story is, don't bang chicks in bathrooms. I mean, first of all, if the girl's skeezy enough to want to do it in a bathroom, there's something wrong with her there. And second of all, it's just not safe. There's really no right way to go about it. So I highly recommend staying away from bathroom sex. Unless it's a blumpkin.
Come on.